Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing.
Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 17. I am like completely sorry because I didn't get the vlog at all today. Today has been a really hectic Monday. Because of the weekend, it was so overwhelming and so like complex. I didn't really get a chance to actually vlog. I didn't get the vlog at all. Well, babe, she's trying to go to sleep because she got to get up at super early in the morning, and it's early, y'all. But because she get up so early, she's knocked out early. But what I was saying, I have actually no footage for today's vlog because I just didn't get it. Hold on, I'm trying to see now because it's hella loud. I just didn't get a chance to vlog because of the hectic day. So what I am going to do, I do have a previous vlog that I did about a month ago, and it's just a vlog about me speaking on something and telling my life, and that was in regards to other people's life. So for Vlogmas Day 17, I will go ahead and upload that video in place of me in my current state. So yes, it is a pre-recorded video that I did about a month back, maybe even 2 months, I'm not sure. I will be uploading that video as my Vlogmas Day 17. I think we're on Vlogmas Day 17. Don't quote me. If not, I will insert a correction title, however you want to call it, in its place. I literally have lost track. Life has really got in a way. But anyways, I will be uploading that video as a previous vlog that I did. Actually, I have 2 previous vlogs, so I'm gonna have to decide which one I want to do. The one me speaking on a situation first, or the vlog prior to that, actual just lifestyle everyday things with my girlfriend, with my fiance and my son. But anyways, that vlog will be considered Vlogmas Day 17. So I apologize in advance that I did not have any updated or current footage, but hopefully you guys will understand. I am a real person. I am a human. I do work a regular 9-to-5 job, and I do have a family that I have to take care of. So just bear with me. So without further ado, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this pre-recorded vlog that I am about to share with you right now. Hey y'all, so good morning. It is the first day of the week as usual, so I typically wanted to start off the week by saying good morning. Hope everybody have a wonderful, blessed, fulfilled morning so far. Prosperous, good energy, good vibes, good things going on. Right now I got good energy, good vibes, good things going on. I don't know if it's because I woke up hella early. I've been up since what? I'm gonna say about 5 a.m. this morning. I could not go back to sleep. So I just said forget, I'm going to get up and watch Oxygen Channel. Like, I'm like one of them ID Oxygen Channel type persons. But the only reason why excuse my ashy hands. But I actually only wanted to come on camera to this morning to just talk a little bit about, so it's not personal, but it's not a secret either. I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of my own experience with being humble and understanding the purpose of being humble, and you know, pretty much learning what humbleness is, remaining humble, and when you're not humble, what happens to you, or how you are pushed back to, you know, help you realize where you came from, what your humbleness was. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because certain things were said. I'm not going to go into details about what was said, who said what, or how it was said. I'm just going to speak in a general statement so it can be a general overall thing and not just so much pertaining to just one particular incident or person. Like, okay, I was a young mom. I had my baby at 18 years old. I was still a senior in high school. I did graduate on time. I graduated the year I was supposed to graduate, and wasn't held back or none of that. So I started life young. So yeah, granted, I didn't have everything. I pretty much stayed in low income housing. My first apartment. I was a supervisor working at Walmart. Wasn't no shame in my game. I started off at Oakland Community College at OCC. Wasn't no shame in my game. Pretty much, I got welfare, WIC, Medicaid, food stamps. I got all that stuff when I had my daughter because I needed the help. It wasn't nothing. Pretty much, I needed to provide for my daughter. However, I still worked, and I was still trying to go to college, still living on my own. Yes, I still had the most help from my mom. Like, my mom helped me out in any way that she could, any shape or form, no matter what it came when it came to my child, or for me for that matter. So it's like I grew up knowing what it was like to be humble, to be appreciative, to have the things that you need, and be grateful for what you have, because it could be worse. Your situation could be a lot worse than the next person's situation. So throughout the years, life just started getting better for me. Like, the doors start opening, and okay, I'm not gonna say completely just start getting better, but throughout the years, things were getting kind of like, it seemed like nothing was happening for me, but eventually things began to happen for me. I landed a very good job when I was working for the commissary. It's a military base. It's the commissary, the grocery store on base, which they pay really good because it's a government job and you get paid under the government salary or government pay grade. So I made really, really good money. And coming from nothing to having something, I was very appreciative, and I just dang, thank you, God. Like, so everything just started falling into place. Things started happening. I was able to do things for myself. I was able to constantly keep getting my hair done, my nails done, take care of the things that I need. I didn't get all the things that I wanted, but I got all the things that I needed, and I was able to make a way to take care of the things that I needed to take care of that I wasn't able to take care of at first. And I think a big aspect of a part of that was me being humble. I had to humble myself and appreciate the small things that I had in order to appreciate bigger things and greater things that were about to be given to me. So throughout the years, I'm just going to say for myself, I think throughout the years, I probably lost sight of that because I think maybe I didn't realize I was doing it. And I'm not going to say that I was doing it, but I'm not going to say I wasn't doing it because I got to be able to generalize myself, relocating back from California back home to Michigan, and me having to start completely over. I think the transition made me realize that I may have lost a little bit of my humbleness, my humble wiseness, because the reason why I say that, everything was fine and good and dandy. I was doing what I needed to do, living in Cali, making good money, paying my bills, doing what I had to do. And you know what? Maintaining myself. Like, I was the shit. Like, I'm just going to say, I felt I was the shit. I didn't downgrade anybody or disregard anybody else's feelings when it came to anything, but I still had high expectations of myself. I still held myself at high regards. I still felt like I was awesome. I felt like I had a lot of confidence within myself. But I think what happened was, within the midst of that, I think I began to lose sight of where I came from. I don't need to go back to where I came from, but I think I lost sight of where I came from because when I moved back home to Michigan, I was like, okay, I went back to school to get my degree. So, I felt like to put me in a better competitive position for other opportunities and better jobs. And I can do this, I can do that. I was like, oh, I got this. I ain't worried about it. Like, so I guess I became a little bit cocky, confident, but yet I was a little bit too assuring that I was going to get this because I had this. And because I didn't have this and that person had that, I would get that before that person. And I think me thinking like that kind of held me back from actually what should have been given to me simply because of my own attitude and my own lack of humbleness when it came to understanding the value of what I had or what was coming. So to get down to it, when I first moved back home to Michigan, I was like, oh, it's going to be easy for me to find a job. Easy peasy, because I got this, I did this, I blah, blah, blah. I got good work ethics, all that stuff, which is all these things are true. I did go back to school. I did accomplish a degree. I did, I do got good work ethics. I do have all those things. I don't have a criminal background. I don't have none of that. Okay, here's where I went wrong. I moved back home to Michigan figuring it was going to be all okay. Like, okay, I was going to find a job. Boom. Bam. Got the job. Okay. Had a job. Lost the job. I'm not saying I lost a job because of lack of humbleness, but I think maybe it was to set me up to put me in a position to realize I was losing my integrity as an individual because of the things I thought I had. And the things that I thought I had to be reminded that just because I got those things doesn't make me better than the next person that don't have it. So I got put in a position where I got laid off, didn't have a good paying job anymore, and I ended up having to go work somewhere where I'm like, I'm too good to work here. Ugh, all these dirty people, all this and that, these criminals. I'm like, I don't want to work under these slobs and this. I'm too good for this. I'm too good to be here. I had that type of attitude where I felt like I was better than I thought I was better than those people that I worked with because of what they did or the background that they had or the type of environment that they was working in. I felt like I was just too much of the shit to be working there because of the things that I've done in my life that they haven't. They did this, they did X, Y, and Z, but I didn't. So why? I'm too good for this. Y'all, let me tell y'all, that attitude right there was a sit me down on my ass type attitude for me to wake up to realize that I wasn't better than nobody. When I tell you God set me down on my butt to show me what it was like to be humble again, I'm going to tell you, he humbled my butt real quick and real good. When I tell you, I didn't lose anything that was a value that I needed to survive. Like, as far as I still had income, I still had money, I still was able to, get around, provide, have food, all the necessities. However, I didn't have all the things that I had before and I wanted and that I desired. Simply because my attitude towards the lack of integrity and humbleness I did not have anymore. And me feeling like I was too good to work in this environment with somebody who has a felony and I didn't, kind of was a wake-up call for me. It was telling me that I'm not too good to work nowhere with anybody because of their position. Yes, this person might have did something to put them in a certain position that, kind of unfortunately held them back for other opportunities. But at the end of the day, this individual still out here hustling, bustling, working their ass off and working. So I needed to be reminded that my position was not greater than their position. I may not have had a background. I may have a degree. I may have an education. I may have good work ethics. But that did not make me superior over anybody else who didn't have those things. So pretty much God set my butt down for a couple years to humble me, to show me that I'm not too good to work in no environment with nobody else because of their position. Let me tell y'all, let me repeat that. I was set down, literally set on my ass. He put me down so hard. He didn't put me down to break me or to, make me lose everything or fall. He set me down to teach me. When I tell you, he had to bring back the humbleness that I have lost and the lack of integrity because I had to be reminded of what humbleness meant. I knew what humbleness was, but in the midst of everything that was going on in my life, I lost my humbleness. So because I thought I had it all and I was going places and I was getting this and I was getting that, God had shown me that you can get those things, and you were getting those things. But let me show you something real quick. Let me show you how easy it can be taken away from you because you felt like your actions or the things that you were doing were better than that person that wasn't doing it. So I was literally pushed back, sat down, and literally taught a lesson. It took a couple years. I actually learned it, but God wanted to make sure I understood it. So I was put in a position where I had to make it work in an environment that I completely hated. I freaking hated it with a passion. I disliked it so much that I'm like, why? But I had to realize, why not? I was being taught a lesson that because this person did A through Z to get them here, did not make me no better. Because I did A through Z that I felt that was going to get me somewhere better, but that didn't mean nothing. So God put me in that position to show me that I'm not too good to work with a felon. I'm not too good to work with somebody who has a misdemeanor. I'm not too good to work with nobody who has any type of charges that's, holding them back from getting certain jobs that people who don't have backgrounds can get. God had to show me that you're not too good to work here. Because I had that mentality and that attitude that I'm better than y'all. In reality, I wasn't better than nobody. It was good that I was doing things to better my life. But nothing about me and what I did made me better than nobody. Absolutely nobody. So pretty much God was teaching me a lesson about remaining humble. So my whole bottom line is that I never want to have to go back to that position to be reminded what humbleness is. My thing is, I'm gonna always remember what it's like to remain humble, because I don't want to be reminded again of what it means to be humble. So all those things that I had and all those things that I did that I thought was making me better than the next was in reality a negative mentality. I had this negative mentality about other people because I thought that my position was better than some. And in reality, it wasn't. So I literally had to learn. Well, I already know. I literally had to be put back into that space to understand, hey, Anitra, you ain't got it all. I'm going to bless you with what I feel that you need. But let me put you back here real quick so you can see what you're lacking. And I think I honestly going to have to say I'm glad he did, because it really is making me understand more and appreciate the value of people in general. No matter what they have, no matter what they did, you need to respect everybody else the way you want them to respect you. And you also need to understand, just because you have XYZ do not mean, listen here, let me tell y'all, do not mean that you gonna have it better than that person. Because at the end of the day, even though I had XYZ, even though I had XYZ, it still did not matter. I still was not better than Keisha, than Joey, than Bobby, than Kenneth, than whoever. I'm just naming names. These aren't no particular people. These are just people. These are just names I'm naming. In other words, Anitra was not better than the next person. So I literally was put in a situation where I had to be, literally reminded of what it was like to always remain humble. Because your blessings is going to flourish. Your blessings, what's blessed, what is meant for me and my blessings is not going to be the same blessings that everybody else have. So I needed to be reminded that just because Billy Bob has a felony does not mean he's not blessed. Because at the end of the day, he was blessed with a decent job because he was still working. And let me tell you, he was making more money than I was making with a degree, with no felony. So what does that tell y'all? That just because you got all these things don't mean a damn thing. It don't mean shit. Absolutely nothing. So at the end of the day, if you can't remain humble or true to who you are as a person, as an individual, you can quickly lose everything you work your butt off at. I don't care how many hours or blood, sweat, and tears you put into being successful. If you cannot remain a humble person, you will lose everything that you worked for. You literally sacrificing your life. So all I'm here to say is, at the end of the day, we have to value and respect everybody that's around us. Because just because their position may be different than yours doesn't make your position better than theirs, or vice versa. So I'm not better than them. They're not better than me. But I needed to be reminded that, hey, I'm not too good to work nowhere. Because I literally thought I was just too good or too intelligent to be in this position, too good to work in this position. Whereas I had all those things, but I lacked the most important thing, and that was being humble. So I'm just here to just, I'm not preaching to nobody. I'm not, down on nobody. I'm just speaking from my own experience of what it's like to, be pushed back, to be reminded of where you came from, or to be pushed back to be reminded of what you need to be so you can remain in the position that you're in. So don't lose sight of the true definition of what humble means. Because the last thing you want is to be reminded of what humbleness is. So to close this out, always remember what it is to be humble, so you won't have to be reminded to be humble. Because let me tell you, the same way you got blessed with it is the same way you can lose it. And the blessings that you thought was for you, because you thought that person, that was too good for that person, or you felt that you was too good for that person, them blessings is gonna go to that same exact person that you thought that you were better than, or that you thought that you had more than. So don't be quick to think that because you got it now, you're gonna always have it. Because you're not gonna always have it, especially if you lose your empathy and your humbleness towards people around you. So at the end of the day, y'all, if y'all can't remain humble, just be prepared to be able to the thunder to get the rumbling, because the last thing you want to do is lose out on the value and the purpose of your life. And I think one of the biggest aspects we need to maintain is integrity and humbleness, period. So on that note, y'all, let me Starbucks it up and
having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas.